Okay, so on this question, they want us to find the length of the hypotenuse for the triangle pictured below. So how do we do that? Well, we've got three sides. It's this other side we're going to call C or X or whatever you want to call it. And this is A. Whoops. This is A, B, C. So there's something called the Pythagorean theorem. I'm not going to quiz you on the name. Pythagorean theorem, which you've probably heard of, which says A squared plus B squared is C squared. That's for any right triangle. It's not any triangle, but any right triangle, meaning any triangle that has a right angle, 90. See how this corner is a perfect corner, like a T at 90-degree angle. So when you have a right triangle, you can use Pythagorean theorem, A squared plus B squared is C squared. So that's going to be 4 squared plus 5 squared is C squared. Like that. So that's 16 plus 25 is C squared. Add those up. That's 41 is C squared. Now, how do we turn that into regular C? Well, we have to square root it, don't we? Right, that's what gets rid of a second power is a square root. That cancels it out. And so that makes it regular C. Well, why is that canceled out, by the way? Well, because that's 2 C's inside, right? This means 2C, C squared in. Roots are a 2-for-1 deal, aren't they? 2 in, 1 out. That's why it cancels it out, is because it ships 1 out, 2 in, 1 out. So the square root of 41 is our answer. And they want you just to type it in like that. Square root of 41. See how they say up here? Exact value as a square root. Do not round. So they don't want a decimal, rounded decimal. They just want the square root of 41 exactly just like that. And by the way, what if it had come out a different square root? Like, let me remind you, it's been a little bit since we've done this, but like, what if we had, say we got the square root of 40, for example. How would you simplify that? Remember how to simplify? You would just go, oh yeah, that's 4 times 10. It's 2 times 2, 2 times 5, right? These are all the numbers that can't break down any further. Oops. So then you would say, okay, that's the square root of 2, 2, 2, 5. And remember what square roots do? Again, they're 2-for-1 deal, right? 2 2's in, 1 2 out, they're gone. So you have 2 on the outside. What's left on the inside? 2 times 5 will go back to making 10 on the inside, because there's not 2 of them. There's not 2 more 2's or 2 5's. So your answer would be 2 square root of 10 in that case. So if you had square root of 40, for example, you would need to simplify it, doing the 2-for-1 deal, breaking it down with factoring tree using your calculator, and then do the 2-for-1 chip out to be 2 root 10. In my case, square root of 41, you can't break that down. It just stays that way, square root of 41. And so there we go.